Hello and welcome to Trust Check, where we bring you weekly reports on false information circulating on and off the social media space that garnered a lot of reactions. Fake news is slowly becoming a norm as unprofessional individuals break news without verifying, and their actions most times cause panic, shock and confusion. That is why we always remind you to verify the information you receive before hitting the share button in order to reduce the spread of fake news in society. My name is Hajara Hussaini. Stay tuned as we take a quick break. Welcome back. In this week's episode, we'll be looking at some online and offline claims, starting with a misleading statement made by Nigerian TV presenter Ayo Mero Ese while discussing the plight of Nigerian youths and students abroad. She alleged that the chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri, had called Nigerian youths drug dealers and other names in the past. Let's take a look at the video.
Nigerians like to demarket Nigerians on the international scene. Take it back to 2016, our president, the chief ambassador of Nigeria, had referred to Nigerian youths as largely lazy, and that the United Kingdom should not grant young people asylum because they were criminal. Some of the Nigerian youths were criminal. The chairman of NIDCOM, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri, had referred to Nigerian young people as cultists and drug dealers, some of them. So if what MD Tiabiyu is saying is in accordance with what his leaders and foreigners have said, but let's get back to the matter in terms, and that's why I said we need to, as a nation, begin to see ourselves and project our image better, in terms of the outside world. The UK has made its laws, immigration rules and laws in the UK changes per time. They are looking to bring down the number 1 million of immigrants in the UK, so they are making their laws. It's their country, their laws. But let's not forget that the education sector is said in 2021 and 2022 to give a £58 million net income to the United Kingdom.
Mero Ese was reacting to an issue that trended recently involving a Nigerian, MD Tiamiyu, who told the BBC that Nigerians are migrating to study in the UK under false pretenses. She said Tiamiyu's revelation followed the footsteps of other notable Nigerians who have spoken ill of young Nigerians on international platforms. However, our investigation shows that Abike Dabiri Erewa, while responding to a tweet in October 2022 about some Nigerians being attacked in India by their colleagues during a clash, assured Nigerians in India that the federal government will ensure their safety. Another Twitter user then suggested she visit Indonesia to see how Nigerians are treated there, and her response was, "You go to Indonesia, carry drugs, do cultism and come begging to be rescued from a death sentence. Thank God to the NDLEA now for saving you from death row." That was the tweet taken out of context. Based on the analysis of the tweet, we can confirm that Abike Dabiri did not refer to Nigerian youth as cultists and drug dealers, but made specific reference to the tweet she replied to. Hence, the claim is misleading. The next claim was also made on Twitter, where the user claimed that Nigeria's former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, cleared Nigeria's foreign debts, paid off a 2.5 trillion naira pension through the Pension Reform Act, built 10 power plants, and licensed the use of Global System Mobile Communication, GSM. The tweet garnered a lot of reactions. Some comments under the tweet identified the author as intellectually dishonest, while others highlighted that it was forgiving debt and not repaid debt, so that does not count. While the last comment is not far from the truth, the Obasanjo-led administration met a debt of $28 billion in 1999 when he assumed office, and was able to reduce that significantly to $2.1 billion. Many reports, however, said it resulted from the huge debt write-off by the London and Paris Club foreign creditors, which reduced the local and foreign debt by 31.8%. In 2004, the Center for Global Development noted that it supported Nigeria in securing a relief package from her Paris Club creditors. The CGD began working on Nigerian debt issues to provide analytical support and to persuade its creditors to agree to an appropriate debt relief package. And in October 2005, Nigeria and the Paris Club announced a final agreement for the debt relief worth $18 billion. Based on this verifiable report, we can confirm that the Obasanjo-led administration cleared a large amount of the country's debts, but left behind 2.1 billion foreign debts, making the claim in the first tweet misleading. On the claim of building 10 power plants, the Niger Delta Power Holding Company mentioned that Olusegun Obasanjo established the National Integrated Power Plant and the NDPHC to tackle power energy in the country. Other checks show that Nigeria has 10 power plants under its Nigerian National Integrated Power Project, which include the Sapele Power Plant, Alaoji Power Plant, Omoku Power Plant, Omotosho Power Plant, and Calabar Power Plant, among others. As such, the claim is true. However, the claim that he paid 2.5 trillion naira in a pension through the implementation of the Pension Reform Act 2004 is partly true. This is because the Pension Reform Act established the National Pension Commission as a body to regulate, supervise, and ensure the effective administration of pension matters in Nigeria. The Commission gives Obasanjo credit for enacting the Pension Reform Act in 2004, and a report on their website shows that they experienced a net growth and were able to rake in 12.4 trillion naira, which exceeded the 2.6 trillion deficit the Commission had before the reform. Similarly, it is impossible to speak about the advent of GSM in Nigeria and not attribute it to Obasanjo. In 2001, the Obasanjo-led administration introduced and licensed the use of GSM in the country, bringing our verdict to true. The next claim was made by former President Muhammadu Buhari while he was giving his farewell speech. The former president claimed that he revived the economy and improved the social well-being of Nigerians, especially the rural poor. He also mentioned that he was confident that he was leaving Nigeria better than he met it in 2015. The former president said that Nigeria's economy had become resilient to external shocks due to policies put in place by his administration. Let's take a look at the video.
The Nigerian economy has become more resilient due to the various strategies put in place to ensure that our economy remain afloat during cases of global economic downturns. You will all recall the supply chain disruptions and economic downturn that the world witnessed between 2020 and 2022 COVID-19 pandemic. The depthness of our response to the pandemic still remains a global best practice. Furthermore, we increase the ability of the poor and rural Nigerians to earn a living, provide more food for millions in our villages, and give our women opportunities to earn a living. Young men and women in urban centers were also supported their skills into productive use. Our administration also provided an enabling environment for the private sector to engage in businesses for which their return on investment is guaranteed.
Recall that Nigeria's economy went into recession twice, the worst run in 33 years of the country's existence. The National Bureau of Statistics announced in August 2016 that Nigeria slipped into recession primarily due to its inability to address structural adjustments that will avert the recession. GDP growth figures for Q2 2016 showed that the economy contracted by a little over 2%, following the negative growth of 0.36% recorded in Q1 2016. A recession occurs when an economy records 2 consecutive negative growth. Subsequently, gross domestic product figures released by the NBS recently showed that the economy recorded a contraction of 3.6% in the third quarter of 2020. The cumulative GDP for the first 9 months of 2020 stood at minus 2.4%. The last time Nigeria recorded such is in 1987, when GDP declined by 10.8%. While analysts attributed the 2016 economic recession to a massive decline in oil prices, and poor management of the currency crisis. The 2020 economic recession, however, was blamed on the fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected many economies of the world. Also, the country's local currency is currently experiencing the worst depreciation at the parallel market due to the inability to manage foreign exchange policies and activities that will improve the naira against other currencies, especially the dollars and pounds. But did Buhari's administration provide ease to poor Nigerians to earn a living? Well, the administration of former Muhammadu Buhari introduced some empowerment programs to alleviate poverty and improve the skills and social well-being of Nigerians. These programs include the N-Power, Graduate Entrepreneurship Empowerment Program, School Feeding Program, Conditional Cash Transfer to Poor Nigerians, Trade Money, Market Money, among others. The federal government has said it spends at least 500 billion naira annually to execute these social welfare projects. However, since the inception of these programs over 6 years, it has made little or no impact to reduce poverty or make Nigerians earn a good living. This is corroborated by the recent report by the National Bureau of Statistics on poverty. The former president in his speech also said his administration provided a conducive environment for businesses to grow and make a profit. Contrary to that claim, records have shown that under his administration, many businesses fared badly and suffered multiple taxation and other harsh economic challenges that saw some of them fold up. Also, a recent report by the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency revealed that the number of MSMEs dropped from 41 million to 39 million. The drop was attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic and other economic factors. Similarly, Buhari said the federal government was able to curtail terrorism and banditry in the country. When former President Muhammadu Buhari was sworn into office in 2015 to begin his first term, and in 2019 following his re-election, his 3-point agenda was to tackle insecurity, improve the economy, and curb corruption. While terrorism has been considerably put under check in the Northeast, the government has not been able to decimate banditry in the Northwest, and analyses have shown that the security situation in the country has generally worsened despite trillions of naira spent on security. Data from the Nigeria Security Tracker show that almost 60,000 people have been killed in Nigeria due to violent acts within 7 years from May 2015 to May 2022 under the Buhari-led administration. By implication, it means that at least 21 people have been killed every day during the period. While deaths attributed to Boko Haram have dropped by some accounts, up to 90% other violent actors have kept the death rate increasing. Bandits have increasingly become brazen in kidnapping and killing innocent Nigerians. So have the activities of unknown gunmen in the southeast, as well as herder-farmer clashes in the north-central part of the country. Buhari further highlighted some legacy projects which he completed, like the Second Niger Bridge and other important roads linking states. The former President Muhammadu Buhari actually completed the Second Niger Bridge, a major road that links many states to the south-south and southeast. The Second Niger Bridge was conceptualized in 2005. In 2014, there was an attempt to begin the project through public-private partnership, but this was not successful. The construction began in 2016 with the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund. It was, however, completed and commissioned on May 23, 2023, and was later renamed President Muhammadu Buhari Bridge. The bridge is said to be 1.6 kilometers long. Under the reign of Muhammadu Buhari, the local Oweto Bridge was completed across River Niger to link Benue to Nasarawa State, and the Ikom Bridge in Cross River State. Similarly, major road projects completed include the section of the over 200 kilometers of Kano-Kaduna Dual Carriage Expressway. Others include 3 new federal secretariats in Anambra, Zamfara, and Sokoto. Based on reports and further findings, TrustCheck can confirm some of the claims by former President Muhammadu Buhari as true and others largely false, owing the current socio-economic realities in the country. While we bring you weekly reports on false information in circulation, a simple way to stop the spread of misinformation and disinformation is by verifying before hitting share. For more details on the fact checks, visit www.trustcheck.dailytrust.com and follow us on all our social media accounts at Trust TV News. My name is Hajara Hussaini. See you next week.